The bedroom was still heavy with the scent of sex and gunpowder when Jungkook's phone buzzed again. You felt him tense beneath you, his bare chest rising sharply as he reached for the device on the nightstand. You lifted your head from his shoulder, still dazed from everything that had happened. What is it? Jungkook's eyes darkened the moment he saw the message. Without a word, he played the video on speaker. Sojun's cruel voice filled the room. She dies in 24 hours unless you hand over your wife. Tick-tock, Jaeon. The screen showed your young maid, Mina, with a knife pressed to her throat. Her eyes were wide with terror. Jungkook crushed the phone in his fist, the screen shattering. Blood trickled from his palm, but he didn't flinch. He looked at you, and for the first time, you saw something raw behind the Mafia King's cold mask. Fear for you. Get dressed, he ordered, voice low and dangerous. We're not waiting. You followed him downstairs to his office, where his most trusted men, Namjoon, Yoongi, and a few others, were already gathered. The atmosphere was suffocating. Jungkook stood at the head of the table like a storm about to break, shirtless, with fresh stitches on his shoulder, blood still drying on his skin. There's a mole, he announced, voice ice cold. The gala attack was planned from inside this house. Find them, now. You stood near the door, arms wrapped around yourself. The poison from earlier still made your body feel weak, but the fear from Mina was stronger. For the next few hours, Jungkook turned the mansion into a prison. Every servant and guard was questioned. Some were dragged into the basement. You could hear distant screams echoing through the halls. You couldn't take it anymore. When Jungkook returned to the bedroom at dawn, his hands were stained with blood that wasn't his. His eyes were terrifying, completely black with rage. You should be resting, he said, without looking at you, removing his shirt. I can't just sit here while you torture people, and Mina is dying. Your voice cracked. She's innocent, Jungkook. She has a little sister. He cut you off sharply. This is not your world. Stay out of it. Something inside you snapped. You marched forward and pushed his chest, even though he barely moved. I'm not your prisoner anymore, Jaeon Jungkook, you shouted, voice echoing in the huge room. You say I'm your queen, your empire, but you keep me locked up like a fucking doll. I'm tired of being helpless while you paint the city red. Jungkook's head snapped toward you. In one swift motion, he grabbed your wrists and pinned you against the wall, his body pressing into yours. His grip was tight, almost painful. His dark eyes burned into you, dangerous and intense. No one, he growled, voice deadly quiet, has ever dared to raise their voice at me. Not even my own men. Your heart hammered wildly. You could feel the heat radiating off him, the mixture of blood, sweat, and pure power. But you, he continued, leaning closer until his lips brushed your ear. You keep breaking every rule. And fuck if that doesn't make me want you more. For a moment, the air was thick with tension. You thought he might punish you. Instead, he crashed his lips onto yours in a bruising kiss. It was angry, desperate, and filled with all the fear he refused to show. His hands moved from your wrists to your waist, pulling you impossibly closer. When he finally pulled back, breathing hard, his forehead rested against yours. "I can't lose you," he whispered, voice breaking slightly. "If anything happens to you, I will burn everything down, including myself." Tears stung your eyes. You cupped his face, thumbs brushing over his sharp jaw. "Then let me stand beside you, not behind you." The raid on Sejun's hideout happened at midnight. Jungkook tried to leave you behind, but you refused. In the end, he strapped a bulletproof vest on you himself and made you promise to stay in the armored car with armed guards. The warehouse on the outskirts of Seoul was heavily guarded. Gunfire erupted the moment Jungkook's team moved in. You watched from the car, heart in your throat, as flashes of light and screams filled the night. Then you saw her, Mina, being dragged by two men toward a back exit. You didn't think. You grabbed the gun Jungkook had given you earlier and slipped out of the car. The guards shouted at you to stop, but you ran toward the chaos. A man lunged at you. You fired. The recoil shocked you, but he went down. Jungkook spotted you in the middle of the battlefield. Pure fury and fear twisted his face. "UN!" he roared, shooting two men who tried to approach you. He fought like a demon, covered in blood, eyes locked only on you. He reached you, just as Sejun appeared behind you with a gun raised. Time slowed. Jungkook pushed you behind him and took the bullet meant for you. It hit his side. He grunted, but didn't fall. Instead, he raised his own gun and shot Sejun straight between the eyes. The man dropped dead instantly. The remaining enemies surrendered or died within minutes. Namjoon's team secured the area. You fell to your knees beside Jungkook as he bled heavily, pressing your hands to his wound. "You idiot!" you cried, tears streaming down your face. "Why did you do that?" He smirked weakly, blood on his lips, yet still looking devastatingly handsome. "Told you, I'd take 1,000 bullets for you." Back at the mansion, the doctors worked on him for hours. You refused to leave his side, holding his hand the entire time. When he finally woke up the next evening, the first thing he did was pull you into the bed with him, ignoring the pain. "You shouted at me," he murmured, voice hoarse, lips brushing your temple. "And then you ran into a fucking war zone. I'm sorry." "Don't be." He tilted your chin up, eyes softer than you had ever seen. "You're not my prisoner. You're my equal, my wife, my queen." The kiss that followed was slow and deep. The fear of almost losing each other again turned into burning need. Jungkook's hands roamed your body carefully, mindful of both your injuries, but the possessiveness was still there. He made love to you slowly that night. Deep, passionate strokes, whispered "I love yous" against your skin, his lips leaving fresh marks on your neck and chest. It wasn't just lust. It was a promise, a claim, a reminder that you belonged to each other in this dangerous world. But as you both lay tangled together, exhausted and safe for the moment, Jungkook's phone lit up with a new message from an unknown number.
What is it?
He read it silently, his body going rigid again. You looked up at him. What is it? He turned the screen toward you. It was a photo of your parents' house, with a red dot laser moving across the window. Below the image was a single line. The real war is just beginning. Kai's father. Jungkook pulled you tighter against his chest, his voice a dark vow in the quiet room. They want to play with fire? He kissed the top of your head, eyes glowing with lethal promise. Then I'll burn the whole world down.